Hello, bonjour, ahoy. I'm Roger Hilton, Defense Fellow at GlobeSec, and welcome to a special video edition of Globecast, Resilient and Innovative, Taiwan's Global Necessity. As the international landscape spins from a groundswell of crisis and an uncertain future, fighting for free trade, democracy, and sovereignty have never been more challenging. Someone who is no stranger to defending these principles is Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of China, Taiwan, François Wu. Deputy Minister Wu, welcome to Central Europe.
Bonjour, je suis très content. I'm very happy to be here.
Wow,
je suis aussi très honoré.
How European we're speaking French, Minister Wu. As you said, as an experienced diplomat, I think you are confident in stating that the world has never been more in flux and changing so quickly.
Yeah.
How is Taiwan adapting its foreign policy to maintain its sovereignty and global partnerships in the face of increasing challenges to the rules-based international order?
Thank you very much. It's a wonderful question because I entered the foreign service 8 years ago to be, like today, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs. Then later, I have been nominated by my President Taiwan at the time to be Ambassador of Taiwan in France for more than 6 years. And now I'm back 3 months ago, again to be Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs. And before this career, I was a professor teaching international relations in university. So a very good question, how Taiwan can do in this very complicated world and also face on more and more challenge. My answer will be, it's very funny. I think Taiwan is a new form of life, is a new form of state. We call it in Latin sui generis or sui generis. You certainly understand. So it means the existence of Taiwan as a sovereign state don't need the recognition. When I say don't need, of course we hope. But if other countries, for their national interest reason, don't want to recognize Taiwan, we exist. We even make a wonderful country that function much better than, I even can say, 95% of the country of the world. We are considered by the economists from UK, the hebdomadaire economists, as one of the 10 most mature democracy of the world, better than Germany, better than France, better than US, the traditional democratic country. Mm-hmm. We are also in terms of GDP. We are, if we don't have the position of China, we are the GDP of Taiwan is more than $800 billion US dollar. Is one of the 20 most powerful country of the world. In terms of science, we are also considered one of the 10 most advanced scientific country of the world. We have we have freedom. So we have all the elements to be a sovereign country. So this kind of sui generis are leading me today to Europe. Is something that I cannot really imagine. I visit Germany, I visit France, I visit Czech Republic, I visit now Slovakia. My minister also is in other, Minister Lin, Minister of Foreign Affairs, are also in other European countries in the same time. We are making our diplomacy. We are meeting high European official officially with an unofficial way. So it's this kind of way that we function and making Taiwan continue to exist and to be prosper in the world.
It's clear, Deputy Minister Wu, Taiwan exists and it's made so many various contributions, as you said, whether it's in the scientific, the technological realm, free trade. We've spoken about the world. Let's zoom in on your home region, where the Indo-Pacific has emerged as one of the ascending geopolitical flashpoints for anybody following the news. How does Taiwan navigate the increasing militarization of the Indo-Pacific and strengthen its security amidst growing tensions with regional powers?
The tension, the pressure from China is increasing day by day. I just give you an example. In last year, China sent more than 2,000 fighter to make some incursion in our to bother Taiwan. In our we call it the
identification zone.
Yeah, thank you.
Superbe.
Très bien, merci. And so almost every day we receive the visit of the Chinese fighter. So it's not easy for us. But we are not we observe the militarization of the whole region because every country is increasing its own defense budget. But I think, having said that, we cannot do it alone. Taiwan already increased our defense budget significantly. For the past 8 years, we increased 80% of our defense budget. At the same time, Taiwan also maintained a quite strong army. We have nearly 200,000 military personnel in service in Taiwan. If we compare to European country, we have the same size as the French army and the German army. We are even much bigger than the Italian army, which is about 130,000 or 150,000. Spain is the same, 130,000 or 150,000. United Kingdom, as also a military power, still is a member of the Permanent National Council of United Nations. Only have 120,000 military personnel. So we, of course, try to show to the world we have strong will to maintain our security. In the same time, I think it's very important that every democratic country need to work together.
Deputy Minister Wu, that's a great way because you mentioned, your trip to Europe and you recognize that you can't do this alone.
Yeah.
So that's the perfect segue. So how can international partnerships, including those like minded democracies, enhance Taiwan's ability to address complex security dynamics of the Indo-Pacific?
You mean
working with other partners and facing these challenges together.
Working with other partners is the same thing. We work with other partners. First of all, we also try to convince them that the stability and a peaceful situation of the region is also European national interest. It's not only, you are not coming here to help Taiwan, you are coming here to defend your own national interests. Taiwan produces in general 60% of the semiconductor of the world, and then for the most advanced, it's 94%. And for those semiconductors linking directly to the AI is 100%. I just came here with the last generation of a very advanced car made by BMW. In this last generation of BMW car, you have 40,000 semiconductors made in Taiwan. Can you imagine if one day China attack Taiwan, what will be the consequence? Our modern life will be finished. So European country and the other country, our partner, is coming here to defend your own national interests. And at the same time also, for example, my Minister Lin is coming here just with me, but not in the same trip, to try to talk with our European partner, how we can develop together the drone industry. So we have the semiconductor industry. We invest also in Germany. We have the total ecosystem of semiconductors that we work with Czech Republic, with other, I hope also with Slovakia. And we send a high-level politician to come to Europe to talk about our future, what we can do more in economic cooperation.
That's great. And we're really supercharged for the second part of this conversation. Shifting to the economic realm, you've already spoken about the well-known fact about Taiwan's prowess in semiconductors. For all of our audience, Taiwan has a long-standing roots of economic cooperation in Central and Eastern Europe. You guys are not new to the region. How is Taiwan leveraging its technological expertise, particularly in the fields of innovation and with products like semiconductors, to deepen those ties in the region?
I just told you that the semiconductor industry is not just a factory. It is a total ecosystem. Mm-hmm. And I think major electronic company in Taiwan. A big majority of them are already investing in Slovakia, in Czech Republic, and I think we are now working to invest also in Lithuania. So it's not only concern the foundry. Of course, TSMC is the most famous enterprise of Taiwan, and now investing in Germany. But surrounding the TSMC, a lot of other very important electronic enterprise from Taiwan are investing already in Central Europe and hope to continue to deepening our investment in Europe. To finish, I use a very significant statistic. 10 years ago, in 2014, our investment in China still occupy 84% of our investment in the world. Now it's going down to 8%, from 84 to 8% last year, and this year is 7%. Where are going all our investment? Because the economy of Taiwan continue to grow. They are going to USA, going to Japan, going to South Asia, and going to Europe. So I think it is the way that we try to work with Central Europe. We trust to our European partner, because we are all not a superpower. Relation between middle power in general is much more sustainable.
Speaking of sustainability, as you said, there's already been this driving factor about technology, semiconductors, and drones. But one part of trade in these partnerships is the commitment to democratic values. So how is Taiwan working with Central Europe to sort of facilitate these open markets based on like-minded countries working together?
I think a very important thing is that when we are choosing our partner should be at least agree to work with Taiwan officially, but with unofficial way. It means that at least we need to talk. If we even cannot talk together, and then how we can make important decision. And I think if you look at those Central European country that can maintain a good economic, industrial, scientific relation with Taiwan, is those countries that they don't let China to decide their own future. It means, of course, you need to maintain a good relation with China, but you cannot let China decide what kind of family you want to have. And then you choose Taiwan as a partner, and we become to talk, and also we make in concrete what we decided together, and this is the way that we work with you.
Not just innovative on the tech front, but also on the diplomatic front.
Yeah.
Deputy Minister Wu, throughout our conversation, we've alluded to the challenges derived from the rise and growing confidence of authoritarian governments. While Taiwan and Ukraine are separated by over 8,000 kilometers, the two countries continue to close the policy gap on a host of issues. With both countries' frontline targets, how do Taiwan and Ukraine navigate shared challenges in defending sovereignty and democracy against increasing authoritarian pressures?
I think the security of Ukraine is very important for Taiwan, in the sense that if Ukraine failed, it would encourage China to also invade, to try to conquer Taiwan. So we have a common interest to stop the invasion of the two empires, that is Russia and China. These two countries still use the concept of the 19th century, thinking that in 21st century they still can use a military way to make their territory bigger, and also to only focus on their own national interest. So the security of Ukraine and not to be conquered by Russia, that Ukraine don't fail is a very important interest for Taiwan. So we need to defend our own national interest. So it's why we try to work with European countries to support Ukraine, because Ukraine needs to exist. Ukraine cannot fail, and if Ukraine will not fail, I think it will give also an assurance to Taiwan not to be conquered by China.
It's great that you're publicizing the antiquated statecraft from Beijing and Moscow about the way they view the world. My last question, and with a view to the future, what lessons can Taiwan and Ukraine learn from each other in rallying international support in their struggles against external aggression?
When we are comparing Taiwan and Ukraine, we have our similarity. The similarity is what I just mentioned. we are facing aggression from a big country. So we need to stop the aggression from in the European side from Europe, and in the Indo-Pacific side from China. So in this sense, I think we share a common situation. But having said that, there's also a very different situation because Ukraine is a land linking with Russia. But between Taiwan and China, we have a Formosa Strait that separates our two countries. So in military way, there are still a certain different. But we can learn each other recently, for example, to use a modern military equipment, the drone. So the drone is something that we learn a lot from using the drone to stop the aggression from Russia is something that we learn. We try to learn very strong from Ukraine. So a lot of things can be learned each other, but also some situation is not comparable. But hoping essentially we need to work together with Ukraine to stop the aggression from a big country that is a very nationalism and I think is no more the concept of the 21st century.
Deputy Minister Wu, that's a great way to end the conversation. We've discussed a range of challenges and opportunities for Taiwan, and all of the viewers, we really appreciate your insight you shared with us. So we look forward to further cooperation. Merci, thank you again for your time.
Merci infiniment. Et à la prochaine.
Chouchou, danke.